Hello, everybody. My wife asked me why I'm doing these videos. It's going to end up just like it did in 2008. You come in third, you don't win, you become a spoiler. Your votes are all hidden by the government. So why are you even bothering? And I told her I'm actually backing out. And I'm going to tell you the reason why. I feel like a member of one of those Sunday afternoon, rich women social clubs you see on TV. You know, the ones who gather together, and what they do is they talk about all the troubles of the world. And I feel like, here I am, I'm trying to do something. And you're all ignoring it. Just like all those rich women, all they want to do is talk about their special programs. They never want to unite together. They never want to do something. All they want to do is sit there and complain about how their special programs are being abused, not being taken seriously. Somebody wants to save a tree, somebody else wants to save a building, somebody else wants to save a sidewalk, someone else wants to save a store, someone else wants to save a school. But none of them care about really doing anything. They got their own little agendas. And that's the way you all sound to me. I come here and say we can go together and we can do something as a unit, as a group. And what happens is the next thing I hear about, oh, let's save the school, let's save the tree. No, we got to save this sidewalk over here. No, we got to save this building. Oh, but this store that's been in our community for over 100 years will be closing. On and on and on. Now, the only difference between those social clubs, comedies on TV, is what you actually do. I get this video about the New World Order. That one person is, oh, we're going to give you the truth about the New World Order. Someone else, global warming. Someone else, presidents, this. I didn't vote for Obama. He's trying to do this. Someone else about something else in the Constitution. Something else here, something else there. The bottom line is, you all don't really care about anything. You just want to blow up the screen full of your little pet peeves, and you really don't care. None of you care about anything at all. I try to give you something to get behind, for you all to understand. And what we will base everything on is the Constitution of the United States as it is written. Doesn't matter. Because the next thing I get is how nuclear energy is doing this in this country. How this dam is killing this fish. And while at the same time they stop the runoff because these little fishes are dying, they don't mention about the water that was running in through California, killing all the plant life growing there, which also involved endangered species dying because what used to be their forests and homes are no longer there. And until someone picks that up for their pet peeves, and there is an endangered owl, no one cares. So, and the least that any of you care, the thing that you care about least, is your fellow Americans. Each and every one of you care least about your fellow Americans above anything else. An ant a bird, a fish will matter more to you than any of your fellow Americans. You all really don't give a darn what goes on in Washington, D.C. You're all sitting here doing your own little pet peeves. Just like those Sunday afternoon rich people social clubs. And I find that that's what Facebook is. Nothing more than a social club where everybody can go their own separate ways and not a single one cares about anything else. Now, some of you will disagree and say, no, I agree with so-and-so, so-and-so. Yeah, 2 or 3 of you. But that's not where the problem lies. Every single one of us in this country, our individual voice doesn't matter. Every single one of us, including me. Doesn't matter at all. But when we all get together as one voice, then it matters. But you all can't see that. The only thing you can see is that nuclear plant, that theory of an earthquake happening, that theory of the world ending, what this book says, what that book says, this form of government over that form of government, this type of power over that type of power, these animals over those animals. All that is the only thing you care about. And not a single one of you care about your fellow Americans. Interesting. This is what I found to be. Now, you can all argue the 1 or 2 here, or the 1 or 2 there. To make you feel good, you do that. But the truth of the matter is, it doesn't matter. Because you really don't have a commitment to anything but your little old world. And then when it is suddenly gone from you, you're all going to say, what happened? And that's it.
And her father 6 years later. Things weren't easy.
Now, I'm not going to say that JD and the Constitutionist Party is going to fix everything in the world. It's not going to. But it will get us going in the right direction. That it will do. Like right now, Greece, Italy, Syria. I mentioned 3 countries that are having major problems. And what does the Constitution say? Our Constitution says it's the people of the nation that will decide.
And the tuition is around $5,600 a year for New Yorkers.
Not other nations. Greece, Italy, and Syria. Don't look to anyone other than your fellow countrymen to fix your problems.
That's correspondent Wynn Rosenfeld. Join me later
because that's how they get fixed.
Check your local listings for the time where you live.
And you Americans, you all need to understand. It's us together, or the government was going to go its way like it has been for the last 100 years or so. It swings from one side to the other side, to the other side. As people in this country get upset. But we need to put a stop to that swinging and have this nation start on a true path. But that's up to you, the people, not me. But as long as you want your Sunday afternoon social gatherings and social clubs, expect it to be exactly what it is. Now, a lot of you that are my friends out there don't like what I'm saying, but unfortunately, it's true. Unfortunately, I'm telling you what I see. Unfortunately, there is no support among any of you for anything other than yourself. That's what you're dealing with. So, with that, I'm going to say you all need to research a little bit upon yourself. Figure out what you truly, really are trying to say. Understand what you're trying to do, and then let's get together and try to do it. And it isn't shutting down nuclear plants, and it isn't saving this fish over this owl. It isn't that. You have to figure out where and when and what you're trying to do. All good things happen in due time, as long as we stay upon it. But when we splinter up into a millennium of individual little pockets, nothing ever happens. So, you all sit back and figure out what you are all about. I have kept my promise to each and every one of you. Every single one. I promised you that if I had one supporter, just one, after the 2008 election, I would go on through. But I put a condition on it. The condition was that in January, February, if I was at the same point I was at in October, November of the 2008 election, I will stop. Because I don't play games. We either are going out there to win this, or we're gonna not do it at all. And right now, you all are doing nothing. I am at the same point I was in 2008. That was September, October time frame. You're not out there to win. You're just out there to yell, holler, like the people who occupy America, like the Tea Party, like all the other grassroots independent little groups. You're all out there to make a little bit of noise out of your pocket, but when it comes time to really do something, you're not getting out of the safety, comfort of your little dream world. You're not out there to do anything or make any real differences. You're only out there to make noise. Because if you really meant half, all of you meant half of what you say, we would right now be such a large group that the news media could no longer ignore us, and that the Republicans and the Democrats would greatly fear us. But I guess none of you really want our government to be any different than what the Republicans and the Democrats will give us. Just change upon change upon change. Go from Democrat to Republican, Republican to Democrat, Democrat to Republican. If you consider that change, I feel sorry for each and every one of you. That's all I got to say. And then for you people of Greece, you people of Italy, and you people of Syria, the people, it's your country. Look to yourselves. Look to your fellow countrymen to fix your problems. No one else will do it, and nowhere else will it happen. That is the secret to your success. You have a nice day. This is JD.